Hi guys, I'm Bilbetto and welcome to a new series on Empyrion Galactic Survival. And we're starting a new scenario. We're doing the default Akua-Omicron single player. We're going to start on Omicron. And we've got the CPU settings on. You have to manually switch those to on because by default they are off. So let's go. So one reason for doing the default scenario is that I want to see the new setup of the galaxy with different solar systems, which is meant to be in, but only in the Akua-Omicron scenario so far. So instead of having one water in front of us. Oh, it's a bit of a strange view. There's an exciting behind us. Yeah, we'll just head for water. So we've got the CPU points and it should have the aerodynamics. So we ought to be able to try and make a aeroplane, essentially, rather than a small vessel with lots of thrusters in every direction. So we shall see how that goes. Right, what have we got? Some food, bandage, survival tool. We're on single player, so the tent is useful. Light's useful until you've got a suit. Oh, we've got a suit, so we don't need the light, really. Of course, because we're on Omicron. We'll need oxygen. Okay, that'll do. We'll set the survival suit off, making another survival tool. Then we're going to have one survival tool for gathering resources and one for attacking mobs and trees. So what I'll probably do is one starting episode just to get going, and then do quite a bit of work off camera, because what I'm really interested in is not the survival element, because you know I've done that so many times. What I'm really interested in and what I'm interested in showing is the new stuff, particularly the CPU. So people may well have done that in experimental, but let's try it now. It's a bit, well, it's meant to be a bit more stable. Sometimes it takes a while for the stability to really kick in. Let's see if that other multi-tools, survival tool, sorry, is ready. Let's put that in resources. Small wreckage. Cool. So the main goal here is to get to the point where I can make a portable constructor. And then with the portable constructor, that one went through the planet, so still haven't fixed that. With the portable constructor, make fuel, biofuel, for the portable O2 constructor. I think these days we need to be level 3 to get the small constructor, the portable constructor. Now let's make some a couple of bandages and some food. Don't really want to mess with the crickets. At some point I'll have to start calling them alien insects, because they've been alien insects for so long now. Still look like crickets though. Where are these small wreckages? I'm not getting any closer to them by the looks of it. Just a little bit nervous because this kind of landscape sometimes spawns raptors. And whilst they're not impossible to deal with the emergency tool, they are a bit awkward. Pretty sure that was a spider over there. How much XP are we getting for these? 100. So that hasn't changed. Level 3, awesome. Right, let's pause for a moment. Let's look at the tech tree. Miscellaneous, portable constructor, level 2 in fact. Weapons, shotgun. Okay. Oh, what about tools? Tools, multi-tool. Yeah, okay. Right, is there anything in here? Oh, lots of food. That's handy. That's definitely a spider. Let's take it on. Seems to be by itself. Now, iron and copper. I wonder if there'll be a silicon deposit. So what we're wanting to do is gather enough resources to get going and try out some of the new mechanics for building vehicles. So I assume, I haven't really looked at the information about that, so that could be an interesting experience. What we'll probably do is have a go at it to see how obvious or not it is, and then read the instructions if we get stuck. It's a very typical thing to do, isn't it? You get a new toy, you put it together yourself, and you find you can't do it, so then you actually read the instructions. So we'll do it that way. Now what do I need for a... So I've got iron and 2 coppers. What do I need for the small constructor thing? Iron, silicon and copper. So I'll probably need to go down to the water to get... Or will I? To get silicon. Let's have some oxygen. So yeah, let's head towards water generally. Now those cactusy tree things aren't actually trees. Unless that's changed, they don't give you wood. So there's a resource to harvest from them. Is that just iron over there, or is that silicon? I think it's just iron. Let's eat that. Yeah, we'll leave that iron for now. There's a large wreckage down there, and I kind of want to get my O2 generator put down because it'd be kind of embarrassing to die from lack of O2. I think that's copper. Uh-huh. Yeah, let's just keep going. Water over that way is that silicon? No, that's silicon. There we go. Nope. Can I make a small constructor? Yep. So let's make one. Some slugs. Now it's been so long since I've played on Omicron, I don't know if they have deliver pods here or not. Guessing they probably do. This doesn't actually need to be in water, but so it's 90 seconds or so between products. The first thing will be an O2 bottle, which is handy. Just a large wreckage. Large wreckage, but with nothing much there. Or is it just well buried? It might just be well buried. No, I think there's just not much there. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? Now, I'm pretty sure we're getting nothing back for taking down these cactus things. $50 XP. No wood though, no. So that is disappointing. Some trees over there by the looks of it. So let's see if that's made a oxygen. Not yet. How long is that going to be? Any second. Alright. Let's have some oxygen. So what we might do is have a look underwater and see what's available there to us. Aha, so we've got a silicon deposit there. I must not have noticed that one pop in. So that's cool. We've got all the basic restarting resources. We just need to get the oxygen really up and running in a meaningful sort of sense. So I think this will give me a log or two. One. Let's have something to eat. Let's get some copper. Oh, a buds plant. Not sure what this gives me, so we'll give it a go. It's taking a while, isn't it? And one wood log. I'm guessing most of these little trees will give me one or maybe two wood logs if I'm lucky. And I need the wood logs because each wood log gives me 20 fibre in a small in the portable constructor. Not sure I got anything for that. It's 2. So I really want to set the small constructor off, making quite a few biofuels. That was one wood log. Just see if there's anything else worth picking up here. So we'll be able to get silicon, copper, iron. That was 3 wood logs, that was awesome. I think we've got enough wood logs to be getting on with. Now the other big advantage on the single player is we'll be able to sleep and pass time. So we can sleep the nights away. Let's have a quick look underwater. No, nothing much in there. This looks like quite a shallow pool of water. There we go. Couple bits of silicon for my tool. And we've already got some rock. Something else to eat. Use one of those bandages. Because you start off with limited health. It's not that I've taken damage in landing or anything like that. Although I suppose that's what it's replicating. Got another oxygen. Water that can become oxygen. How much? Take that out of there for now. We'll put our portable constructor down. And we'll make some biofuel. Now copper, iron, all about 200 meters away, so I think we're okay for oxygen. I don't think those guys are hostile. I could be wrong. Right, we'll use the drone, which is F5. Because it's easier for the drone to get down into the depths there. We're a wee bit hot. I have got the heater cooler on me, so if my temperature's a problem, we can sort that out. I think we'll want about, let's say 100 copper ore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build everything from scratch. I'm not going to use the blueprint library, because what I really want to see is how the changes affect survival. It's very easy to make things in creative and then bring them in, but I want to see how well it works at actually making them in a survival game from scratch. So I'm not planning on using any blueprints in this series. So we'll nibble away at this. I have kind of gotten used to, because I've played so much of the Project Eden scenario, and we'll be back to that in the next series. I've gotten used to most of the ore deposits being the little pop rocks that you just chase down and punch through, and that is just so much, frankly, so much more fun. I find this form of mining very tedious. There's the word. And slow. Now, in the last alpha, copper was the main resource for vehicles. So a vehicle that used 40 iron might use 100 copper. But I don't know if that's still the case, so we shall see. So we'll make ourselves a little base just to get going. We might use the large wreckage because at least that's sort of a starting point. And we'll leave it on public, so hopefully we won't get subject to drone attacks. Oh, what was that noise? How much copper had I got? Oh wow, I got loads of copper, right. How's my oxygen doing? My oxygen's okay. Don't really want to mess with you at the moment. Where's the iron deposit? I think because we're staying stationary, we're not using a lot of oxygen. So what I'll do is I'll mine some iron, I'll mine some silicon, and we'll get started on a small base, and I'll bring you back when that's done. So we'll see you shortly. Bye for now. Okay, we're back at the large wreckage, having done a little bit of work to it. So that's kind of what's left of the old wreckage. If that gets blown off, I'll put blocks in. This bit of wall is entirely double thickness blocks, as is that. And we've got an extra layer of protection in front of the doorway into the base. And in the base we've got the O2 thingammy, and we'll have a health thingammy next to it. And we've got a fridge, food processor, armor locker, large constructor, ammo box, oxygen, fuel, and survivor. And if we look at the CPU statistics, we're currently at 77,292 CPU points out of a possible 80,000. And most of that is the two constructors. So that large constructor is 20,000 CPU points, that small one is 10,000, and the projectile turrets, the cannon turrets, are, what's that, about 8,500 CPU points each. Now we're going to go out and we're going to put down a couple of minigun turrets because I think they have, or let's connect to base first. They have a much lower CPU usage. So we'll head out here a little bit, just far enough so we can see a couple of turrets. We'll get our blocks, which I did pick up, yeah, awesome. And the turrets. And we'll place those, I think, oop, there. Yeah. And then, you see, that is 8,600 CPU for cannon turret. It's 2,800 CPU for minigun turret. So we'll put one of those in. And then what we'll do is we'll head over to the other side of the base and we'll put one in over here as well. Again, we'll put it far enough out that it's got a view of a couple of other turrets. So here probably. Yeah, we'll just build that up a little bit. Give it a bit of height. Make sure that's on minigun. There we go. Right, let's head inside. So now we're over. Our efficiency level's still 100%. That's interesting, isn't it? Although we're slightly over the amount you're allowed. But what we'll do is we'll retrieve that. We'll check it again. And now we're down to 73,000. So we'll make another couple of projectile turrets. No, it's in here. Let's go into devices. Minigun turret. Reload. So yeah, that's got a clear view out over quite some distance. And it can provide covering fire for quite a few other turrets. Awesome. Let's reload this one. Possibly should have put that up another block higher, but never mind. Okay. Oh, let's turn it on. That always helps, doesn't it? Right. Have some oxygen. Get some food. So we also went wandering down into the water because I was hoping to find a little promethium node. I did not find a little promethium node. But as I was wandering around on the surface in the desert, I did find several stone golems. So we got a little bit of promethium ore, and that meant I've been able to not just make a multi-tool, but make some multi-charges for the multi-tool. So in this scenario, those golems are dead handy. How are we getting on? Still going, okay. But we are going to need some more promethium quite shortly. Quite soon, even. Yeah. I think we can stop using those now. Yeah. I'm a wee bit short on fuel at the moment. So we'll leave those for the moment. I'm due a Zyrax attack in less than 3 days. That was the last time I checked. But it'll be the first one, so hopefully the guns will be capable of taking care of that. Let's put half of that water in there and half of that water in there. We'll put lots of that water in there as well. Keep our oxygen topped up. Yeah, we'll just keep those 3 in on me. And we'll just make some more of those little dinky oxygen bottles. Alright, we've got 1 projectile turret. The next one is coming any moment. Any moment. Come on. It's stuck on that last bit of crafting. There we go. And then we'll see if we can put a little platform out here. Oh, why did you not like that? I don't know. It's a bit hard with the why are you doing weird stuff? I don't know. It doesn't like the blocks being part in and part out of the water. I might make you a little bit higher. Because then you're going to be able to maybe even one more. Yeah, because then you're going to be able to shoot right over the top almost. Yeah. Okay. And then I know that looks a bit weird, but it works. Put another little turret out here. I think probably if we make this 2 blocks high, that'll be sufficient. Do I want it a little bit higher? Maybe a little bit higher. The guns can't really shoot down very well. That gives it a very good range of, a good field of view. Just double check we're on the right one. Awesome. Right, let's head back inside where we won't get shot if we're in another menu. Got 1 block left. Was I waiting for anything? Yes, I was waiting for those. Let's make another 10 of those. Okay. P. Minigun turret. Let's reload that. Swivel you around over there. Yeah, that's cool. And we'll go to the next one. I'll reload that. Oh, that's already loaded. Okay. That's got a good view out over water. Can't quite shoot over the top of the building, but yeah. So anything that approaches my base now is going to get attacked by, or at least 5 turrets, I think. Right, how's our CPU usage looking? So it's 79,906. So there you go. That's very close to the maximum. So we couldn't really even put more blocks on. Or I could take some blocks off, or yeah. The cargo boxes are the next big thing. They add on a chunk of It looks like that's about 1600 points each for the cargo boxes. But this is just a small starter base, so yeah, that's okay. That CPU thing looks okay to me for the base. Now let's try making a very, very mini aeroplane. And I think we'll do that out here, where we're in plain sight of lots and lots of guns. Yeah. So let's get these things out of our inventory, out of our hotbar even. Got the small vessel starter, cockpit. We'll have the generator and the fuel tank and the RCS. So the first thing is we'll put down the starter. Now then, the wings take up quite a lot of space, so we don't want anything getting in the way of wings. Okay. Then we want the cockpit on the front. Now, that's a very light cockpit. With a very low you'd think that would be fairly aerodynamic, apart from the box bit at the front. That looks more aerodynamic, doesn't it, with the like that. Although I think that one's a bit heavier. 350 kilos as opposed to 250. No, that'll still do. Okay. Right. Now I want this to be as light as humanly possible. So we'll temporarily take those off. Put that on there. And delete on the keyboard changes the axis, and then home and end actually rotate it. Okay. Take that out of there and put an RCS in. So we're just putting one RCS on. What other blocks would I like to put on it if I can? Did I not make myself a little... I didn't. I didn't make myself a little O2 generator. Okay. It's 100 hit points, mass 300. Let's go with that one. Swirl that around. Okay. Let's take those blocks out of there. I made two, I think they're medium thrusters. Thruster regular medium. Oh, thruster slant medium. Oh. Or do I want it? That way on. Okay. So if I let's make a small O2. I haven't already made it and not just picked it up, no. I bet I haven't researched it yet. O2, yeah. So, small vessel, O2 station. So that's making an O2 station for, yeah. I haven't got a Wi-Fi in here, so I probably will need to wait for that to actually be made. Wonder how much CPU a Wi-Fi takes. Doesn't say it takes any. That's interesting. How are we getting on there? Almost done. Let's just take a puff of oxygen, because and our oxygen tanks are quite small, so let's keep that filled up. Alright, there we go. Let's switch that off actually to conserve power. Now let's take that block out. We'll put the O2 tank there. Put the Wi-Fi there. We'll put that on there. Let's go with some of these. There, there and there. So I'm trying to keep the weight of this thing down as low as possible. And we've probably got a better block for there. Have we? What's that one? No, that doesn't match that, does it? That one does. Going to leave the O2 tank a bit exposed. It might be that there isn't one that particularly fits that block. That would go on there, but it's not what I want. You know what? I think we'll just stick with that when all said and done. Yeah. So if this thing gets hit, it's just going to die. But, you know. Now then. Let's have something that's long and thin. What about that? I'm not sure. Does that not need to be on the other way around? Where's that joining on to? I think it's one further back. Is it there? I've got wings. No idea if they're on the right way around. Oh. Okay. It at least looks like a plane. What should we go with? Should we go with the plane and a colour? Well, at least we won't lose it. Have I got any fuel on my Arrow 6? Okay. Main fuel. Oh well, okay. Let's turn her on. Statistics. Okay, I've got no idea what that means. Minimal thrust for liftoff, 39 kilonewtons, and we're generating 370. So that's 331 left. Cargo mass available, 4.54 tons. That's not a lot of weight. And CPU, we're on 1500 out of 6000. And that one RCS is 750. Wow. Okay. Let's zoom out a bit. Let's see if she flies. Oh, she does. Okay. I've got 20.7 minutes of fuel left. Well, I think that looks alright. Top speed 70 meters per second. We are airborne. The only way is forward, so we kind of want to land in range of our guns. Cool. Oh, that's alright, isn't it? Yeah, so it's just a reconnaissance vehicle, but it should get us into space. But there we go. We've got a base, we've got a flying vehicle, we've got a defended base, in fact. So I think we're good to head off for a bit of flight and see what is what in the big bad world around us. I didn't make that canned food, I got that from a small wreckage. Oh, I've got a light. Ah. Yeah, when I haven't got any night vision yet, that's a positive addition, I think. Might as well have that the same colour. So what does that require cost wise? So that is 24 iron, 35 carbon substrate, 62 copper and 56 silicon to make that. And you've got a vehicle that can go flying around and explore, and it's unlock level 7. That's because of the medium thrusters at the back there, but you could make it at level 5 if you had small thrusters at the back instead. Cool. Awesome. Right, well, I think we will leave it there. As the sun sets on another glorious day in Empyrion Galactic Survival on the default Omicron Akua scenario. So bye for now, guys. We'll catch you next time when we will go for a bit explore in our new flying vehicle.